Hi! We're back with another Enneagram video. I'm here with Jennifer again, and today we will be talking all about type 8. So let's get started. For the 8, the deadly sin is lust. And I know what you're thinking, but it's not lust in the purely sexual way. Lust really more in the broader sense of intensities. It can look like overeating, overworking, overpartying, whatever it is, depending on the 8, they're just in usually 200%. That's why moderation can be a pretty tricky concept for them to grasp.
Many 8s were either oppressed in childhood or they witnessed other people being oppressed because they didn't have strength. So the message that many 8s internalized was that it is not okay to be weak. A lot of 8s actually lost that opportunity to experience a full childhood, have that childhood innocence because they grew up just a little bit too fast. If there's anything you take away from this video about 8s, it should be the next sentence I'm about to say. It's not about 8s wanting to control people, they just don't want to be controlled. There's a huge difference there. While they radiate this intense energy and confidence and strength, deep down behind this rough exterior is this really, really soft core and they just want to be loved.
9 Enneagram types are arranged in groups of 3 called triads, and each triad is driven by a very specific emotion, and that emotion is also kind of associated or correlated with a certain part of your body. 8s are in the anger triad, which is also associated with the gut. 8s, 9s, and 1s are all part of the same anger triad, but the way that they interact with anger is all different. So 8s will externalize their anger, 9s will forget it, and 1s will actually internalize.
As if the Enneagram weren't complicated enough. The Enneagram numbers are actually ordered very intentionally, and the numbers to the left and right of your type are what we refer to as your wing. Many people grow up with one wing the first half of their life, and then in the second half of their life, they develop the second wing. For 8s, their wings are either 7 or 9. So we would refer to that as 8 wing 7 or 8 wing 9. The neighboring wings' fears and motivations will actually impact your dominant type's fears and motivations, and it'll create a little bit of variation and spin and flavor to your specific expression of your type.
Another complicated aspect of the Enneagram is that your dominant number can move to other numbers on the Enneagram depending on whether you're in stress or whether you're in security. When you are in a place of security, that's called integration, and your number will actually start to take on some of the positive traits of another number on the Enneagram. But when you are in a context of high stress, called disintegration, your number will shoot out and start exhibiting the very unhealthy traits of another number on the Enneagram. So for the 8, the 8s move toward the 5 in disintegration. So when they're under a lot of stress, they'll start to exhibit a lot of the more withdrawn qualities of the 5, where they'll shut themselves out from the rest of the world. When the 8s are secure, they will start to show the very positive traits of a 2, where they open up and they're more emotionally vulnerable and able to express themselves a bit easier to other people.
So one way for 8s to work on themselves and continue their journey into self-awareness is to realize that people are trustworthy and they can let their barriers down.
Right, so like in 8's emotions and your softer side, all of that stuff is not a weakness. Vulnerability can be a strength and something that you could hold.
Just make sure to realize that a lot of other people are not your number. They don't see the world the same way as you, and so they're probably a lot more willing to make stronger bonds with you than you realize. Just show them your soft side.
If you're an 8 and you felt that you might be an 8 if you're watching this, please let us know in the comments. Please give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for the rest of our videos. Bye!